Hello everyone, I'm happy to be here tonight, this evening. I don't know where you are, but here in Italy is evening, so happy to be with you this evening because it is an important moment for our association, the PLAG association, and especially for Posterheroes.org contest, because finally we will announce the selected poster for our edition. So here we are, and I hope that all connected are from all the countries that this year participate to that contest. I'm very thankful for the large participation that also this year we have with that contest that has a very challenging topic to develop. So I'm very happy to see the high number of participation from all around the world and the debate that we generate with that contest. So just some few words on Posterheroes. That is our international competition that combines graphics and social communication. It is organized by our non-profit cultural association, PLAG, which I'm the president right now. So I'm representing all the association, and I'm very grateful for succeeding to continue the path that we started many years ago with that contest. The reality of the fact is that Posterheroes is one of our main activity as an association, because we want to discuss and reflect on very different kind of topic, social topic, on social and environmental topic using the graphical tools. So we decided to serve our association and also the large worldwide community, putting the graphics tools and competencies and skills to make some reflection on very hot topic. Personally, I'm very focused on environmental sustainability, that carry on, of course, also the social aspect related to that broad aspect. And yeah, I'm a researcher. I'm working at the Politecnico di Torino, so I want to enlarge the possibility and the opportunity to give my competencies to the community in order to enlarge the debate on the environmental sustainability. We cannot really say anymore that the climate change is not existing or is a topic that don't influence our daily life. So we decide to build and co-design this contest, thinking about different topic every year that is related to the society and to the environment. So through the poster, we try to make the debate more available to a larger audience. So just a few words about PLAG. That is our creativity accelerator. That is the definition that we like to have to identify our mission and use our competencies to help the other designers and other creative in the world to accelerate their idea, and also helps not only in the specific contest that is Posterheroes, but also we have many other parallel projects that really comes from the ideas of designer and people that want to accelerate their idea, especially if those ideas are related to topics that are helpful for the community and humanity in a broader sense. So we did Posterheroes since 2010. That was our first edition. In that time, I don't know if some of you can remind that year, in Italy we were debating about the nuclear power again, if the state would like to restart with the nuclear production. So our first edition was about the future of the energy in general. And one of the main aspects related to the contest was that we don't want to say that is bad, that is good, but give the possibility to explain the position that they have in a very open and inclusive way of acting. So the topic was not say no to nuclear, was what do you think about the future of energy in the different contexts? And we received, it was the first edition, so those numbers now seems very, very low. Then the second edition was about the smart consumption. So how the behavior of the consumer can be smart more than the products that we can have on the market. So try to shift from the responsibility of the product, designers also, to the consumer, and how our everyday consume can influence and have impact on the environment. The third edition was on the smart cities. Again, the smartness is something that stays in the objects, in the city, and in the people. The fourth and fifth edition was about food. The first edition about food in 2013 was about the production of food, so more related to the field and the food system itself. And the next year, so the ones in 2014 is more related to food in the loop, so more related to the final part of the value chain of the food production, so related to the consumption and the healthy food, healthy for the humans, of course, but also for the planet. Then from the sixth edition, we enlarge our topic on a more social impact. So in 2016, we proposed the topic Writing Love, with the discussion on the freedom in the relationship and in love. In 2017, we work on shaping the future, so on the sustainability of the materials. In 2019, the topic was the poster for regeneration, so for integration, so how again the social role that the conversation, inclusiveness can have in our future. In 2020, we reached the highest number of posters from 170 countries all around the world, with almost 3,500 posters. And the topic was humans and work. So again, a very social topic related to what we are doing for the most of hours during the day, so the work that we are doing. Last year was our 10th edition, so we celebrate our 10th birthday, and the topic was becoming equals, so the accessibility also of the internet and the accessibility of the information, how it generate the gaps between people. So a part of the contest and the poster that we receive for the contest and the activity and the selection of the poster that every year win the different edition, we try to show as much as possible the results. Because, as I said at the beginning, Posterheroes is a way to discuss and facilitate the debate on very hot topic, an important topic that we should, we want to discuss. So what we do, a part of the contest itself, is to celebrate the posters and facilitate the discussion around the topic, using the poster as a tool, as a vehicle of reflection. So one way is to have an annual calendar that is usually done in collaboration with Fabini. And later on, we'll explain you better the collaboration with Fabini and the annual calendar that we are doing every year with a selection of course, 12 posters, but then showing all the results of the different editions. Then we try to make as much as possible exhibition, public exhibition all around the world. Of course, in Turin is one of our preference city, because all the association is based in Turin, but there are also exhibitions around the world with the collaboration with other actors. So we try to export this exhibition as much as possible, because the exhibition is a very good moment where people goes around that poster, comment it, and we can really facilitate a reflection on the different topic. Furthermore, when we are invited in different festivals and so on, we are also organizing live performances, trying to again make an interaction with the public and understand their position on the topic that we are proposing in the specific year. So I want to mention the collaboration that we have since the beginning, since 2010, with Fabini, that also today is here, and soon I will leave the screen also to them. Just to say right now that it is increasing the collaboration with Fabini in the years. At the beginning was a technical partners, because paper, of course, is very professional, and we can express all the potentiality of the designer with their paper, but then the collaboration became stronger and stronger, so now it is really a partner of Posterheroes, and we discuss together about the content of the different contests, and we co-design together the contest. So this year, as you probably all of you knows, the topic of this 11th edition of Posterheroes 2022 is mindful or mindful. So that is the quote that we use also for our call, that was really representative, because we strongly believe that there is a long learning that stay with us for all our life. Otherwise, we really stop to live, because the learning is the food for our thoughts. And we strongly believe in the role that the education can have in our life, and we want to reflect on it. The partner of this project this year was, as I mentioned before, Fabini, but also in the last 3 years we also have another important partner in that path, that is ITC, the International Training Center, that we are always in the last 3 years discussing about the topic, and make this project really together, all together, discussing the topic, the different way to advertise the results and the contest itself, and especially to discuss the different topic that we should choose every year. So this year we choose this very, very challenging topic. So I'm very grateful for the amount of poster that we receive, even if the topic we know that was difficult, because explaining in a poster the role of education, and also how the learning process is a lifelong path that can have formal mode, but also informal mode to stimulate the knowledge and the interest of people. It is also a hot topic because we live in a world that is so fast and required to stay in a specific time frame. For example, I mentioned you before that I'm working in Polytechnical, and we are evaluating from the ministry if our students finish the path of university on time, or they are or they are late. So an added value for our ministry is to finish on time. So be very, very respectful of the 3 plus 2 years of university path. And it was like this in all the level of education. So this stress, let me say, also in learning. I mean, learning requires time. Often everyone has their own path, and some topic can need some reflection, and all the people have different time to acquire information, but also to make their own critical mind on different concepts. So how we can have slow education in a so fast world. How we can invest in professional development for teacher and trainer that should be open, also not to be, let me say, so performative, but performative in the sense of collaborating in the education. I usually don't like the position of the professors and students, but just maybe teacher and learners as a part of peer groups that learn one from the other. Every time that I go in the classroom, I'm perfectly conscious that I will learn a lot from my students. A second point is an inclusive infrastructure that leaves no one behind. So try to use the tools and infrastructure that are accessible. Not only technical tools, but also the way in which the different concepts and knowledge are explained, because all the people have a different way to acquire knowledge. And last but not least, in more human, deeper learning model. So understanding really the mindset of people that can have a long-lasting learning. A special thanks that I want to express is to our panelists, our jurors that made the difficult work to choose and select all the posters that comes to the contest. And this year were almost 2,000 posters. So I would thank 𝐸𝐚𝐫𝐿𝐸𝐿, Elisa Talentino, Truly Design, Sebastian Koenig, Marco Goran Romano, that is with us this evening and will represent all the panel and will tell you some more words about this election. And then 𝐸𝐚𝐫𝐬 Mosavi, 𝐶𝐭 𝐲𝐚𝐫𝐬, 𝐸𝐻𝐿𝐸𝐻𝐿𝐸,
and 𝐤𝐸𝐴𝐻. So those are our very qualified jurors. And as I mentioned before, we reached almost 2,000 posters this year from 101 countries from all around the world. We are very happy to cover as much as possible all the countries all around. That is a success for us. More the numbers of the poster is the worldwide coverage that we can have. A final special thanks that I want to give is to our ambassadors. Our ambassadors are the graphic designers, well-known, the illustrators that provide us a poster on the topic, on that year topic, in order to acknowledge the contest, advertise it in their community, and show a position. So I want to show you the posters that the different ambassadors publish for us. So in the right part of the screen you can see the poster from Maxim Tosca, and in the left side the Erika Borgato poster. Then thanks to Elena Pedroli and to Giulia Piras. Andrea Gross, that is a animation in reality, and also the poster from Maria Marenga on the left side. So those are our ambassador and a general overview of the activity done in the past and what we have done today. This year for the 2022 edition. And now I want to introduce our special guest for this evening event. First of all, I would introduce the AD of Famimi, that is 𝐩𝐸𝐴𝐻𝐢𝐜𝐻.
Hello, hello everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Silvia. It was great to go through the long history of the various editions of Posterheroes. I mean, we could see how many different, deep, and also brilliant topics Plug and the team was organizing, and what kind of nice context we could partner through all these years. As you were mentioning, we have been partnering with Plug and for the Posterheroes project for 11 years from the very beginning, and we are extremely proud of what we have done and what we have and the way we have worked with you all these years. Honestly, one of the most exciting moments in being part of a team of Posterheroes was the moment when we were discussing the various topics to identify what could be the best one and what could be more attractive for the context. And for us, that was really a moment to move out of the ordinary activities and think about something different. And going back through the various items was really great, because we were never, you first of all of us, were never so, I can say, easy in taking our decision and identifying the topics. And I think we can all be proud of all these 11 years of context we have worked on. As you were mentioning, we also follow the works in order to produce our calendar. And we think that is a great moment in order to give the right evidence to the 12 works that we select out of the 40 works that have been selected by the team of designers. Every year we have the fortune to look at the various work, and we can look at them slowly and with the correct level of care that they deserve. Honestly, my office is full of the various Posterheroes version of these years, and I've selected my preferred out of them. This year, we all selected a challenging topic on learning and slow learning and proper education. That is indeed a new area of development for this project, and as usual, something different from what you see elsewhere. So it was once more great to be involved in a project that is talking about education and quality education, because we never talk enough about this subject. It is so important, so relevant, but we seem not to dedicate enough attention to this topic, how we tend to mix information with learning and education. And we think that getting a lot of information means that we are becoming more aware of what is happening and we have a better understanding of what is happening. But that is different, because slow learning means mainly being able to evaluate, to judge, and to build our own ideas. And slow learning and proper access to the tools is so important to become independent in our mind. So thanks a lot, and I let the other partner bring their ideas and positions. No. I don't know if you can hear me, but we cannot hear you, Silvia.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello? Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. I
Good.
don't know what's happened with the microphone. Sorry about this technical issue. So thank you again for the collaboration that it is a long collaboration, and we expect something new for the 2023. But now we stay focused on this edition still.
Yeah.
So the other partner for that edition, and I hope also for the next one, is ITC. And we have with us Tom 𝐻𝐤𝐽𝐜𝐻𝐤𝐽. So thank you for coming and for presenting the contribution that the organization did for this edition.
Thanks a lot, Sylvia. Thanks a lot to Jenny for the introductions there. And also for us, it's a pleasure to be part of this initiative. We have been partnering up in the last 3 years, starting with the edition at Humans at Work. And maybe it was an interesting edition because we are the, let's say, a specialized training agency of the UN, more in particular with the International Labour Organization, which is a specialized UN agency here based in Torino. And our work is on learning and training globally. And when we saw for the first time Posterheroes, and especially the quality of the posters that comes into it, for us it was a kind of a new way of engaging with visual language, or engaging with new visual narratives on some of the important messages that we have across our training portfolio in the world of work and on social justice. And as we are reaching more or less 80,000 people on a, I'm just hearing some echoes in the back. I don't know if that's related to microphones that are on. Just trying to talk it through. So we're reaching out to 80,000 people on a global level on some very specific topics. Like last year, the topic on digital inclusion was extremely important for us. And again, we saw the high quality of these posters. We said these posters need to do more than being posters in, let's say, the fantastic calendar that you have in the different exhibitions. We have to project it back into the globe and work around it. So last year, we also made a publication on it, which is also freely available on our website. And now we're actually organizing digital inclusion labs in 4 different African countries. And that's exactly the same why we want to partner up, is how can this talented collective visual intelligence of so many countries, apart from being the context, travel around the globe in a later stage. And that brings me to this edition of slow learning. You mentioned it already. We are absorbed in, let's say, accelerated times of digital transformation, that there's often not a lot of time to reflect, to pause, and to stop. And living and working here in Turin and Piedmont, we were inspired also by the slow food movement, which also stands for high quality. And we were wondering what happens if we translate these high quality principles on slow learning. And we are looking with a lot of curiosity to all the different contributions this year, because exactly as last year, we also want to work with these posters on slow, deep, immersive, reflective learning, something which is happening sometimes not a lot in all the different educational institutions, that we need time to slow down, to reflect on what good education is all about. And, you know, it's also one of the important Sustainable Development Learning Goals, the SDG 4, as part of the larger UN framework. So again, what we're going to do as soon as this competition is finished, we are working with slow learning gurus in this world, and we are working on a final publication which will appear at the end of the year, in which also 20 of these posters that will come by will also feature jointly with renowned articles of these global authors. And our main mission of our partnership is bring the high quality visual ideas of this talented community back into the global space through learning and training, and all related to the mandate of our organization, which is decent work in the world of social justice. And that's why we are very keen to continue our partnership. And thanks for involving us. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope that the echo finish. But okay. Yeah, and now it's almost time to discover the selected poster, but before showing you the 40 selected poster, I want to leave the screen and the possibility to explain how the selection of the finalist was to one of our jurors. So thank you also to Marco Goran to be with us today in the representation of all the work done by all the panelists in the jury.
Thank you. Thank you, Silvia. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me here. During the last 10 years, I always followed with deep interest the activities promoted by Posterheroes, as well as the posters designed by the contest participants. At first, I did it just for fun as a supporter. I'm an illustrator and a graphic designer, so it was natural for me. And a couple of times as an ambassador, and finally this year as a jury member. I know Plug and the Posterheroes very well, and each year they put out in the world top-notch results. So this year posters couldn't be no less, confirming this trend of excellence. Judging this edition artworks has been challenging, and I often found myself standing among indecision. I really have no clue to. I really have no clue who to reward and who don't, because the quality level was really high. And I'm just taking a guess here, but I'm pretty sure my colleagues had the same trouble. Anyway, I'm very happy with the 40 posters we selected, because they have a strong concept behind them, and they are all beautifully crafted. I think the topic of this edition, slow learning, really got to the heart of the designers who have given their best. So what to say if not congratulations to all of you for your beautiful work.
Thank you so much for all the effort and the work done for the selection. And now it is the time to discover the 40 poster that were selected.
So thank you so much for a big clap to all the selected posters. I hope that you enjoy this selection. Of course, we will advertise the results as much as possible, because it is a way to debate, to start a debate on that interesting topic. So really thanks to all the participants, so I mean all the 2,000 posters that we received, especially to congratulations to these 40 posters, and you are now in the history of the Posterheroes. But now is time also to have the announcement of who won the cash prize that is in the last years Fabini is sponsored. So I will leave again the honor to 𝐸𝐻𝐻 to announce the poster that won that edition. 𝐸𝐻𝐻, you are muted.
Now,
Okay.
not anymore. Thank you, Silvia. I'm really glad to announce that the winner of the 2022 Posterheroes contest is Mattia Riame. Congratulations, Mattia.
Congratulations, and that is the poster that you selected among the 40 selected poster by the jury, and we have Mattia with us. So,
hi.
Congratulations.
Hello, Mattia. Congratulations.
That is
Thank you.
your turn.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Something.
Yeah, thank you all. Thank you, everyone. I'm very happy to be here. This is a very important award for me, because this year I started to works to freelancer, on completely freelancer in illustration. So it's a pleasure starter with these awards. For me, the slow learning is very important, because in a life all days we have in this illustration, the protagonist take your time for study and learning very slow. So thank you everyone for these awards again. I'm very, very happy.
Thank you. Really, we appreciate your poster, and it's a good way to reflect on this topic. So good luck with your professional path. We hope that this will be a good way to start your professional success with this. Thank you again to all our partner, and stay in touch with Plug and Posterheroes. We have many new ideas for continue the debate on that edition, and of course also we are already thinking to the next edition.
So really appreciate your participation and keep in touch.